What's up, Muscular Mystic fans and friends and family? I don't have an intro for this yet. As you hear, I'm still getting over all this congestion and shit. I'm recording a bunch of videos in a row. It's kind of something I do with Mystic Manifesting, so doing the same thing here. Recording all my videos on a Monday. Mondays are my off day. So try to give my little bit of 2 cents here. And I usually go live on Mondays too. So if you guys want to check that out, I will be live. You won't see it today, but I'm live on Mystic Manifesting on Mondays. If you want to join the Mystic Manifesting Discord, Mystic Manifesting Mafia, it's called. We go around. We have roundtables. We sit around, talk about things we're manifesting, working on, and just all in this together, building each other up. So if you want, it's a very positive group. You could join that. But today I want to talk about a more manifesting topic. Like you guys know, I muscular mystic and I run mystic manifesting. So obviously manifesting is something that I teach. It's something that's encompassed in my life, and it's something we're all doing whether we like it or not. You get people like, oh, you know what? I'm done. I'm over manifesting. I'm not doing it anymore. Manifesting is just a mainstream trend word to describe your thoughts creating, which is scientifically proven. It's written. I talk about this. It's like the Bible's like an instruction manual, just straight up telling you that, hey, your thoughts create, and the kingdom of heaven is within man and stuff like that. So the Bible talks about it, the Stoics talk about it, all you can control is your mind. So at the end of the day, it's just a lot of thought control, and it's like you start to see miracles unfold in your world when you're focused on a certain thing. So if you're new to this channel, that's a lot of what I teach. But this channel here is more or less me going about my life, my workouts, my manifesting lifestyle. It's my alternate lifestyle manifesting, right? But and then just some fun vlog stuff I'll do with my friends, family, girlfriend, whatever, whoever I'm out with. Try to like record those memories, talk about being in the present moment, all that stuff like that. So if you're new here, welcome in, and want to talk about body changes. Can you change your body with the power of your mind? Now, you clicked on this, you're probably familiar with manifesting and how people talk about they've made body changes and things like that. And for a while, it was something I kind of really wondered about because my background is fitness in the beginning. Like that's since I was 15, 16 years old. I've been in the gym since I was a little kid. I've always played sports. I know you got to work your balls off to get your result. And I've I just thought, okay, manifesting works, but not for that. Like you can't sit around like, oh, I'm visualizing I'm going to be with a six pack abs because if we did, we would all have six packs, right? So this thing, there's obviously a degree of okay, you got to take some movement, but that's everything in manifesting. You know, you could be sitting there saying, oh, I want to manifest this specific person, and if you're blocked, told I don't want to see you, whatever, like I want my ex back, whatever this stuff is, all the circumstances in the real world are there blocking you out. All you really can do is control your thoughts. But in terms of your body, it's like the gym didn't say you can't come here. The gym didn't say these weights are too heavy for you and you'll never be able to lift them. No, you start with the smaller ones and build your way up, things like that, so you can take steps there. Or if you want to meet a specific person, and it's like I want someone who is like they're in the gym and this and that. Well, you're probably going to go to the gym to find somebody who's like that. So not just keep this on specific person thing, which is pretty much what everybody wants to talk about on the other channel. But the point is, you want to make a change to your body, right? And you'll see these stories on Reddit, like, oh, I changed my eye color, I changed my height, this and that. Like, I changed, my muscles got bigger, I got a six pack, my dick got bigger, my boobs got bigger. Like, for guys, we were hoping the other one doesn't happen. Like you don't want your boobs bigger, but I'll tell a couple stories. One's a success story from the Discord, and two of them are personal success stories, and just a little bit about what I've done with it. So actually, I got a few more than a few success stories. So I tore my pec. Well, it's probably up 3.5 years ago at this point. And I thought it was all done. Like I would never do a bodybuilding competition. My life was destroyed, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm 23. I didn't do it anyway. Like I would go through the bouts of depression. Like I'm training, and then just self sabotage. Fuck up the diet. It's not going to the gym for a little bit, or just like you're not pushing your workouts. And it's like I never really knew a hard workout. And then if you're from the other channel, you know the story. But I wind up trying to start. It's like sometimes the most painful relationships are the ones that never happen, right? So I'm talking to this girl. It's like I see a future with her. Things seem great, and then all of a sudden, this she leaves me for this Charlie Kirk looking motherfucker, and I'm like, oh wait, what the fuck? I thought things were good. You wanted a big masculine guy from outside of Chicago, this and that, like oh, same neighborhood and family values. And I was just like, well, it's all Italian Irish too, so all that stuff it fell apart, and I was just really depressed. And this is kind of what really that story leads me into like what got me into manifesting, which I've known about it for a long time, but that really made me learn the law of assumption. Really got me into Neville Goddard. So I was like, wow, that painful experience put me there. But at the same time, I tore my pec because I was just angry. I want to lift the weights, and if you guys see him in some of the videos, Race Car Randall, we've done stuff together. Maybe you've seen him at Flex with Flex Entertainment videos. Um, he collabed. He was on a live stream, I believe, with Mystic. So you've probably seen Race Car. Race Car's fucking pecs are as big as my head. Like each pec is like as big as my head. He's a big boy. So we go to the gym together. He's like, fuck bitches, get money, go get your gains, this and that. So the time I couldn't eat. When you're heartbroken, you can't eat. So I'm not eating anything. I'm on a diet of Red Bull. That's it. Barely drinking water. And I go in, I hit a PR on the bench. I hit a PR on the incline bench. I hit a PR. We didn't do decline. And it wasn't a PR, I don't think, but I did heavy chest flies. And I'm just competing with this guy. The week before, I hit the 120s for reps, 120 and 120 in each hand on dumbbells. And we go in there, and I do set with the 80s. I'm feeling good, like nothing weird. But jumping 80s to 120s, that's 40 pounds each. That's an 80-pound jump. It's a big jump. I see him go right to the 120s, and I'm like, oh, fuck it. Like, I'm going to go up too. Hit one rep, and it's like, I think it was one. Yeah, I got one full one. And I'm listening to the Reigns of Castamere from Game of Thrones. And it's like, and who are you, the proud Lord said, as I'm going up. And I hear clear as day, like a fucking somebody snapped their finger in my ear while that song is playing. And I hear a bunch of water rushing. I'm like, my fucking headphones are fucked up. And I still complete the set. And race cars, like, and I hit I hit a second rep, but I'm like, something's weird. I don't know. Like, I just feel off. And I throw the weights down, and he's like, and then I'm like, and then I feel like there's something weird in my pec. And I go and I'm like, he goes, are you all right? And I'm like, he goes, I felt something snap and move around, like he felt in my elbow, something unravel. And I go and I had like a cutoff on, I pull, and it was like overhanging the shoulder a little. I pull it up, and I see a muscle shoot into my arm, and I'm like, fuck. I took my shirt off. I run through the gym, run to the bathroom, and I don't see any bruising or anything. I'm like, it's still fine, but it feels weird here, like something's missing. But it's like everything looks fine still. I'm trying to like pose and look. I'm like, I don't see it. And then he's still standing out there, like in the gym. He's like, good. I'm like, I think I'm good, man. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go home. So then, like, as time's going, I'm like this. I drove home. I drive left-handed. I'm a righty, but I drive left-handed. So I'm driving with my right hand though. I'm just sitting like this. I just got promoted at work, and I'm like, fuck, like this might be bad. I see a little bit of like purple like the next day, and the next day, like not much though. It's like not a major tear. I'm thinking, oh my god, it's probably strained it. My buddy's like, oh, I had a strain like that. You'll be fine. I'm fucked up now at this point. I'm scared, and then my boss saw me like favoring it, and he was the guy who didn't want me to have the promotion that I had anyway. He's like, well, technically you're still on probation. I'm gonna fire you if you can't work or whatever. You'll be gone. And it's like, god damn, like now my job's on the line, and I'm injured, and I'm like, I'm still learning manifesting at this point too. So I mean, I grew up Catholic, so I'm like, okay, well, I know it's Christianity, and I know you pray for miracles, because I'm sitting there trying to do affirmations. Affirmations aren't working. I'm like, please God, like let me, um, like let me just have all my strength back in my pec, and have all my range of motion. I don't care if it's even defected or whatever, or like weird looking. I just want to have my strength and my mobility, and not lose my job, and still be able to lift weights. And I got all of that. Like what I did is I made a manifestation list, and I prayed for it. I went to the church I grew up by. There was they had the statue of Mary with baby Jesus. I sat there. I prayed for a long time. I walked up there with my brother. I sat there. I smoked my cigars out there, just praying for this. And it just led me fully into this manifesting journey. And it's like I made a promise to God that I'm going to work on myself, and not worry about women, not worry about anything on the outside world. I made that promise. God rewards me, I guess, by introducing me to my now girlfriend, and that went through so many ups and downs in that relationship. It taught me about manifesting a specific person. So whole long story is, I thought I would never compete again, and then this past summer I did my first competition, and it wound up actually being something big. Competed against like some big names in the sport, and I was like, wow. I mean, I didn't feel anywhere near. I'd say probably placed bottom three, but I was happy I stepped on stage. I pushed myself. I lost 30 pounds because I was just like, well, you know what? I've got a decent amount of size already. Let me just cut weight. I have 7 weeks to get ready. I found out about it 7 weeks before. So I didn't really have time. There was mistakes made, whatever. I was talking to some of the competitors behind stage, and they're like, "You have a chest hair?" And I was like, "Well, they're like, I can't tell." And it's like now it's like nobody really notices unless I tell you about it. And it's like the same thing with Sylvester Stallone. He has a chest hair as well, and I grew up wanting to look exactly like Stallone. And it's like I think he tore his right because he's a lefty, and I tore my left because I'm a righty. I guess it's the weaker side. But nobody can really notice unless I bring it up and really like, hey, look, look, look. And if you look at Stallone's pictures, like, oh, okay, I can see it now. So it wound up, I got all my strength back. Everything I asked for, I got. And I was just like, I was praying for it every day. I was just like visualizing again and again, like that I'm fine. Not visualizing, I was affirming again. I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. And having panic attacks through all this too. And look at it, 3.5 years later, I think it was probably about 3 years by the time I did it. Competition's already been done for a few months, but it happened. Another thing, if you look at my license, and I should have brought it in here for this, my license says I'm like 5'8" or 5'9", and I got it when I was 16, and every time I renewed it, 27 now, I just never changed it. Oh, by the way, this is wrong. I don't give a shit. I want to get in and out of the fucking DMV. I don't want to be hanging out there. I used to always say I'm 6 feet. I'm 6 feet. I was on a date with a girl. She goes, "Stand up, you're not." And this chick was 5'1" or 5'2", I think. And she's like, and I remember being on this date. She's like, "Stand up, you're not 6 foot." I know a lot of 6 foot guys, and it's like, all right, settle down. I don't want to know how many guys you know. Like, but we stand up, and you're not 6 foot. You're about 5'10", 5'11". My brother's like, yeah, you're probably 5'10". And I think my dad's 5'10". So it's like, well, everyone's like that. So I'm like, no, I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot. It was just a lie. And it was funny because I knew I was probably lying, but I felt like a 6 foot man. Like I would embody that. Like, how are the best you embody it? It's like, I'm 6 feet tall. I'm 6 feet tall. It's something I used to say all the time. Um, so excuse the nose running. I feel like a fucking little kid wiping my nose, but it's running. Um, so anyway, this I always would say that this past March, I went with my girlfriend to Wisconsin Dells. There was like a family party that was happening out there. So we go up there and we went to like this. It's like the Ripley's Museum, and they got like you can measure up to that Robert Waldlow guy or whatever, how tall you are. I'm like, I'm 6 feet. I'm like, get a picture of it. And she goes to go get a picture laughing. She goes, you really are 6 feet. And it's like, I'm right there. I'd say maybe 5'11" and 3/4, but I call it six. I'm like, God damn, but I was already a grown man by this point. Let me emphasize this point. It's like not like I really jumped because my height had always been pretty much the same. So slowly but surely, it incrementally and moved. And I've got a note here to share the story about the peen size. You know, me and my girlfriend went through breakups and stuff throughout our time together. And one of the times we got back together, she goes, "I know this is gonna sound really weird, but you got bigger." And for like 3 or 4 weeks, I'm like, "My dick is big. My dick is big." Like I feel like whenever I would shower, it's just something I would shower. I look at it, it's like looking big, and I'd shave so it looks bigger. This is something that it's just like the only time I'm thinking about it is when I'm looking at it or if I'm using it by myself. Like I just think, wow, damn, it looks bigger. Like that was it. That's the only time I was thinking about it. And then I would drop it. Like it's not a big thing. This is manifesting. It's not a big deal. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I've been working with what I had, and I'm gonna continue to work what I have. That's the situation. Same thing with the pec. Same thing with the height. I'm working with what I got, but I'm assuming it's something different. And I remember her telling me that, and I did visualize it a few times too. Her telling me that it got bigger, and then when it happened, she came out of the bathroom. It was like really awkward. Those days I still lived at home, so we would stay in hotels. She came out of this bathroom, and she's like, "Sounds kind of weird, but I felt you deeper. Like it got bigger." I was like, "Yes, I knew this." Like that was the most proudest moment of my life. So, and then a success story from the channel is on the Discord for any lady viewers. Same way that I was doing things before I got in the shower, she would check her boobs before she got in the shower, and she went up a whole cup size. So, and had it noticed by other people telling her that. So, your body, if we could change things on the outside with just the power of our thoughts, why would we not be able to change our internal world? You got stories of people beating cancer. You got like this, especially watch any of Joe Dispenza's work. people beating cancer, blind people being able to see, deaf people being able to hear, all these things that seem impossible, people are doing the impossible. Just watch Joe Dispenza's work, and then it's like, and if anything, listen to my story about growing my penis a significant enough amount to be noticed. I'm not going to say I'm anything to write home about. I ain't hanging at the knees, but me doing that, me having a pec tear that, I mean, it's obvious you could see it probably like right here, like the dent. So like, if you look, you could see it, but it's like me going through that and still being able to compete and go through what I did, being 6 feet tall, the lady with the big boobs, like it, things can happen. So you could change your body with the power of your thoughts, but sometimes there's action required. Like I still had to go to the gym to train for that show. Um, the dick, there's nothing I could do for that. That was just thoughts influencing it. Her boobs, thoughts influencing it. My heights, there's nothing I could do. What am I gonna do? Like stretch myself? Those are ones you couldn't do anything. So those are like anomalies I can't really explain. People being able to see and beat cancer and stuff like that, the stuff you can't really explain. And in terms of bodybuilding and lifting weights and stuff, though, yeah, you could go to the gym, but how many people go to the gym every single day and they don't make any progress? I've gone to the gym over 10 years. There's people I will still see in there that look the exact same as my first day. And they had been working out years before and now the same amount of time as me. And they never changed. They're going in there without an intention. They just go there and they throw weights around. You go in there with a direct purpose. My muscle's going to look like this. You delve into it. You have the mind muscle connection. You're curling and you see the bicep in your mind's eye tightening. When you get the pump, you feel it, and maybe you're looking in the mirror and you're trying to see something that's not there. And in your mind's eye, you're seeing it like, oh, it's pumped. Like I've got a massive peak on my bicep. My triceps are fucking hanging out there. My chest doesn't have any dents. It's big. Like these are the things I'm saying. You got to go there, and that's where your mind comes into play, but also the physical actions required. So anyway, I hope that helps. I know it's a longer video, but I figured I'd drop a manifesting video here since Muscular Mystics a little bit, based in muscular stuff, and it's my weightlifting channel. So that could help you guys have some funny stories about dicks, height, and boobs. So things everybody loves to hear about. Um, with that, keep your mind positive. You can't fuck this up. Everything's working out in your favor. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.